Welcome to Salina's World. I'm Salina, and welcome to my kitchen. Today, we are going to be making a pizza dough. My grandkids are coming over for dinner, and they're going to spend the night with me, so we are going to make homemade pizza for them. To start off with, we will need 2.5 cups of flour, a tablespoon of sugar, a tablespoon of olive oil, a teaspoon of salt, and a tablespoon of dry active yeast, and a cup of water. Now this water has to be warm, but not hot. You stick your finger in it, it feels just very lukewarm where it doesn't burn you. To start off with, we will put the sugar in the water. And I will stir that. The sugar helps the yeast activate. It feeds the yeast. So stir that in nicely and dissolve it. And then take your tablespoon of yeast and put that in there. And gently stir that until it's mixed nicely. Then I will put a towel on this and let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes until it gets a frothy stage on top. Once that frothy stage comes up, then we can continue. I'm going to cover this and let it sit for 5 minutes. Okay, let's check up on our yeast, see how it's doing. I put it in the microwave because that's air, to where the air doesn't blow on it. Okay, yes. See how frothy that looks? That means your yeast is active and it's working. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the tablespoon of oil in with that yeast and stir that up. And I'm going to put the teaspoon of salt in with the flour. And I only put 2 cups of flour to start with. Mix that up nicely. You reserve a 1/2 cup because sometimes you don't need all of it depending on your altitude and what the humidity is in your home. Sometimes you don't need all of the flour, so start with 2 cups. Mix that salt in nicely. Now we're going to mix the yeast in with this. And this is a quick and easy pizza dough recipe where you do not have to let it rise. You just mix it up, shape it, and put it in your pan and cook it. This will be a little sticky at first, but when you need it, it will come together. Okay, now I'm going to get my little mat here to where I can knead it. And I'll take a little bit of that 1/2 cup of flour here. And I'll put it on my board so I can knead it. And I'll bring it down a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, just put that dough right down on that board here. Get it all out. And I'll show you a quick and easy pizza sauce too. Okay. Put a little bit of that flour on your hands. And this will come together pretty quickly. As you add the extra flour, just add like a teaspoon at a time until it's not so sticky anymore. What I do is I just take a little pinch and knead it in. Every now and then I'll have to kind of rub my hands together, get some of that dough off that's stuck to my fingers. Now, normally this will make one good size pizza for like I'd say a 12-inch round. But since I'm making it for my grandkids tonight, we are going to cut this into thirds and make 3 individual little pizzas so they can have whatever topping they want on it. I will par bake this, and then when they come in tonight, they can add whatever ingredients they want on their pizza. Because I know one likes just plain cheese. The other one likes pepperoni. So I'm just going to get this all ready for them for when they come in. Just a little more and it's just about ready. Okay, see how that formed a nice ball? And it's not really sticky. It's got a little stick to it, but that's not bad. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to shape this into 3 little, need just a little more. Still a little too sticky for me. But you got to make sure all that flour gets incorporated, because you don't want to be biting into any flour. But the more you put in, the tougher your dough is going to be. So try not to put too much in. Okay, I'm going to shape this like in a log to make it an even. See how I done this? Then I'm going to cut it into 3 individual rounds. So they have their own little pizza. And you can roll this out if you want, or put it in a little bowl, like this, and just knead it with your hand and make it round. And this is how I'm going to do it today. Kind of squish it. Okay. You know, I start off in a round ball, and then I squish it in my hand. I'll be right back. My dog needs a little bit of attention. I'll be right back. Okay, everyone. Now I've got 3 individual pizzas here. They're not perfectly round, but they're still going to eat the same. And now what you do is you take a fork and put little holes all over it. So when you bake it, the bubbles won't form up. Let me tell my grandchildren are here.
5754530.
Okay.
Yes.
Make sure you get holes all over. And we'll put this in a 450-degree oven for 5 minutes. But with them being a little smaller, I will keep an eye on them, and it may not even take the 5 minutes. And you put them on your bottom rack of your oven. Okay? See how got all those little holes in that? Put that in your oven at 450 for approximately 5 minutes. And I'll bring you back when that is done and show you the next step. Okay, everybody. The pizza dough has been par baked. And this is the time that if there is any bubbles, take your fork and punch those bubbles out. But you can see it's just a little bit baked, not all the way. So now we're going to make the pizza sauce to put on it, and then the boys will make their pizzas. And then we'll put it back in the oven for another 5 to 10 minutes until the pizza is completely done. So the sauce, what that will call for is 1 can of tomato sauce, it's a 15-ounce can, a 6-ounce can of tomato paste, okay. This is a quick and easy sauce too. Okay. We'll need about a tablespoon of oregano and a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of Italian seasoning, I'm going to do a tablespoon and a half. Okay. And then a half a teaspoon of onion powder. And a half a teaspoon of ground garlic. And I like a little bit of garlic. And then we will need, some people like their pizza sauce a little sweeter. So you can go up to a teaspoon of sugar. And that will put just a little bit of sweetness to it. Okay. Then we'll mix that up very well. And then you'll put about 1/4 of a teaspoon of pepper if you want pepper. And if you like it a little more spicy, put a little bit of cayenne in it. But for my boys tonight, we're not going to do that. Okay. Just mix that up very well. You can get a little bit of pepper here. Gotta wait, baby. About 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. Okay. Hold on, baby. Let me get to you in just a minute. Okay, now it's time to taste this. To see if it's the way we like it. Yes, that's a delicious sauce. Now the boys will make their pizza, and then I will show you after that what they look like after they're made. So we'll be right back. Okay, the boys have made their pizzas. One made half pepperoni and half cheese, and the other one made a pepperoni pizza. So we're going to put this back in the oven for about another 10 minutes until it's fully cooked. And I'll show you the end result in just a few minutes. Okay, for my pizza, I don't care for the red sauce too much. I like garlic butter. So I'm going to spread a little bit of garlic butter on my pizza dough. Now this garlic butter and pepperoni pizza is amazing. But I am going to make a Canadian and bacon and pineapple pizza. So just a little bit of garlic butter. Just spread that on. Then I got some Canadian bacon that I'll put on here. Okay. And some pineapple. Okay, and I'm going to put a little bit of bacon bits on mine. sprinkle a little bit of bacon bits on there. This bacon bits is what makes this pizza. And then we'll put the cheese on. And I got the mozzarella and provolone cheese. This is going to be a delicious dinner tonight. Okay, then I'm going to put this in the oven for the 10 minutes. Okay. And I'll bring you back when they're done. Okay, the boys' pizzas are done. Boy, they look so good. Look at that. Nice crust on the bottom. Now we'll let this sit for about 5 minutes before we cut into it. And then they'll have a delicious dinner. And then mine will be done in a few more minutes. Okay, I'm going to cut into the boys' pizza and show you. What delicious crust this makes. Okay. Show you here. Look at that. Beautiful crust. Got the bottom nice. Okay. And then on my pizza, look at how nice that turned out. I'm going to cut into this one. Look at that. Nice buttery. And pizza dough is nice and looks very delicious. So if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to my channel and press that thumbs up button. And don't forget the notification bell so you can get notified when I post more videos. Have a good day, and we're going to eat our dinner. Bye for now. See you next time.